Muted. Can you hear me okay now? By chance, hopefully. Yeah, it's been a while. I took a little hiatus. You know, I had some stuff, some stuff I had to do. Can you hear me okay, Tiffany? Hey, Rena. Can you hear me okay? I had to do a quick swap of earbuds. Okay, I think. Hey, bad order. Okay, good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Grab my notebook quick, and I'm gonna check in with everybody and see how you're doing. I did take a couple days off. Much needed too, for sure. And when you take a couple days off, you know what happens, right? The whole world goes to crap. The whole YouTube streets go, they fall down. Let's see. My notebook, chapstick. So I want to know how everybody's doing. Hey, Lee Marie, did you get my message? I hope that you got my message. I got your message, and it still shows it hasn't gone through yet. I don't know what the heck, man. Hey, Constant Sue, how are you? I hope you're good. Um, Constant Sue. Notes. And notes and notes and notes. I need to get with you. I have a list of like several different things. That's for later tonight though. So how is everybody doing? I hope everybody's good. Because you know what? The time that I took off, um, much needed. And you know, it's good to do that anytime. I mean, it's good to do that regularly because, you know, it's crazy out here. It's just insane crazy. You gotta like mental health break or whatever the heck you want to call it. Um, but it just seems like it's crazy right now. I don't like saying the word crazy, but it seems like there's just a lot of bad stuff going on. That's what it feels like. It feels like a lot of bad stuff. Hey, Lise Levesque, how are you? Ooh, this is all crooked. Driving but listening. Good. Keep your eyes on the road. Don't even worry about don't worry about anything else. Just drive safely, please. Probably get it later tonight. Yeah, probably. It happens all the time. I'm about to take the phone and chuck it as far as I can out the back window. I'm just sick of it. Hey, Hugh Janus is here. It's good to see you, Hugh Janus. I was listening to Shannon 681 literally while I was walking in the door and changing my clothes, getting stuff situated, and she called you Hugh Janie or something like that. I died laughing. I was like, what? Am I saying it wrong now? Kimberly K, good to see you. Glad that you're here. Hope you're doing good. Rena says, my eyes were bad, y'all. I'm getting old. I got accepted for a beta group thing on Facebook on how to cope with losing a child. Membership for the course is usually a good amount, but I will let you know how it goes. It's a 4-month course. Ooh, wow, Rena, that's kind of cool. A beta group. Can you email me and tell me what type, like what kind? There's like various different kinds, you know what I mean? I'd be interested in knowing what kind it is. And definitely would like to know. I've, I'm not professional or nothing like that. I say it all the time, but I have probably 2 notebooks where I've looked up information like that for various different beta groups. So yeah, I'm totally interested in knowing how that goes. And will you be able to talk to people and have contacts while you're there? Do you know? I hope so. Hey, Dr. J Banana. Good to see you. Your icon picture. I had to look again. Is that like a, oh, I feel like I'm so old I can't see nothing. Is it a cat? Like a Halloween cat? I like the color. It's really cute. Queen Survivor, good to see you too. Popping in from work. Have to head straight back. Okay. Hope you all have a lovely night. Okay. Have a good night at work, Queen Survivor. Thanks for stopping in to say hey. Appreciate that. 50 Shades of Crazy. Hi, Vilomah. I'm new. I'm part of the ship. Savage and Shannon. Hope you're great. They're great. I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. I was a little worried about some stuff that I had heard and seen today. I thought, what the hell's going on, man? Something's not right. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you very much. Hope you get something out of it today. Aria, hey, gorgeous girl. How are you? Level headed. Good to see you here today. I was visiting your channel, watched a couple of your videos over the last couple of days. Good stuff, man. Good content. Really good channel to just get information and no tragedy pimping, right? Because we got enough of that shit going on. Yep, there's my email for anybody who needs it or wants it. And I'm gonna get right to it today. Hey Avery, good to see you. I appreciate you for being here. Yeah, absolutely level-headed. Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you what I tell everybody else. I'm not a true crime content creator at all. I don't want to be. It's I'm not a sleuth. It's not something I'm good at, But I've been in the community for a while. And so whenever, people are just acting out, being assholes, taking advantage of missing children or deceased children, I take it very, very personal. And so I can only take so much of that before I'm like, where's the accountability? You know what I mean? These are grown people acting a whole giant fool. And how does this happen? How do they build platforms off of monetizing, marketing, establishing a value for the tragedy that someone else's child suffers? I hope that makes sense because that's a whole lot of words put together. It pisses me off. It just pisses me off. And so I I feel like I have a right to have an opinion about it because, like with Adventures with Purpose, I donated to them regularly for 2 years, and now I'm pissed. Never with Dolly or anything, but I feel like I'm entitled to because people I care about are being hurt. And let's be real about it. I have a grief channel, and so you know, I don't like it. But I tell people all the time, in order to weed out the bad channels, we need to support the good channels. We need to watch their content, subscribe, memberships if that's how if you do memberships, then be selective with where you pay for a membership. And if you're going to super chat, be selective with where you do that. To get rid of the bad, to weed them out, we build up the good. And so that's kind of, I'm going to stick with that. We can't make them stop. We can't make law enforcement make them stop. We can't make YouTube or Google make them stop. So, the only thing that we have left is like weed them out. If they're here for money and views, don't give it to them. I mean, they're terrible. Oh, I miss you, Avery. I'll get it to you. Yep. And the worst is when they use false information. It pisses me off. Sometimes I just have to unplug or I'll lose my shit onto people. Yeah. Savage and the ship are going to go live at 9, so I'm going to be off here by then. But after that, I would like it if you would come back, level-headed, and Avery, because I've been time-stamping tons of videos, Ventures with Purpose. So I took this really personal. 2 years of regular donations. And there's another side to that. I don't want to say it publicly yet. I'll tell you guys, but I've been taking notes, timestamps, and I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. How dare they? How dare these people? I, it's frustrating as hell. I pretty much lost my shit last night. Crime Girl said, yeah, sick little Mormons with the secretive mentality. Don't be embarrassed at your reaction, yelling and cursing. I don't think you have a reason to be embarrassed. You're human. And I don't normally, I stay away from her. Like, I can go to my favorite channel, and if she's there, usually I'm out, especially if she's on panel. So she does the same thing all the time. Her behavior is the same thing. She she finds a way to get on the panel. Oh, I've got this, I've got that, I've got this, I've got, And then once she's on the panel, she's got to show something, and then it's all downhill from there. You can't get rid of her. She does it on purpose. It's not your fault. What she said was terrible, and she took no ownership, no responsibility, and she said nothing. She said, I mean, she validated it. She justified it. I don't think you have any reason at all to be so hard on yourself, because I'm gonna tell you, there was lots of people that were just as pissed. I'm not Mormon, but I was just as pissed off. You can't generalize an entire, community of people all across the damn world, and then, you that's shit. We all know that. We're adults. Her emotional maturity is like Molly Golightly's. I had to take a few day break. Yeah, during that craziness. Ooh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had a moment. I think you heard it on a panel, like really ugly. We all do. We're human. We're supposed to make mistakes. Yeah, but nurses, yeah, the false information. Oh, level-headed. I cannot believe how stupid all of us were in believing that we were, you know, dealing with professionals who had one intention, which was doing good work, doing something good for somebody else. Nope, ain't happening. I'm super mad about it. I think that's why I took a couple of days between this and that other stuff. I remember feeling like crying on Alicia's panel last night. She was something else. She was. She needs to go away something for a while. I'm new with the Chromocrat, but I've learned that some of the BS is on purpose to add to the drama and making more money. Obviously, some of this stuff is real, sick, but real. I'm learning. I'm learning. The last couple of months, I've had people send me emails and clips and all kinds of stuff. I'm just like, what the hell, man? I don't get it. Dawn, not so sweet. Any channel that has ever doxed anyone, don't think you are immune. What she said, I'll put it back up there. Could not be more truth right there in that statement. Absolutely. Tragedy Pimps exposed in the house. How are you? I love seeing you come in. I hope you're doing good, though. If you donated, you have every right to feel the way you do. Oh, yes. And it's not just that I donated, it was that it was like you're told one thing, that it's for the good of the purpose, the mission. And then whenever you hear two or three other interviews where you find out, ain't what happened, that makes you a liar and a scammer and a manipulator. And I just got a lot to say about it. That's why it's all written out with timestamps and videos are saved. And that one got me. Avery, do you not support Fueled by Crazy anymore? Constance, I think it's safe to say that Fueled burned that bridge. I'm pretty sure. Did you see Progressive Patriot had to make an apology video because he made a video about Doug instead of Jared? Yikes. I don't know why he didn't do research first. I heard something about it, but I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. Other than, well, last night I went looking for Jenny Jen Jen. Girl, if you ever see this, what is wrong with you? You made us do 2 days in a row, and then we had a fun night, and then you bailed again. I'm starting to get personal. But I jumped on last night looking for Jenny Jen Jen's channel because she's usually live every night, and she wasn't, but another channel was, and so I clicked on it and happened to see her in the chat, and I was gonna go give her some shit, and then it was like fun, so I stayed. I stayed for a while. Had a good time, kind of. She is, yeah. She got exposed. I hope. I mean, I feel like she did. She's calling everybody liars. She's the one who can keep her story straight. That's, that's who's reporting on true crime, I guess. Tragedy pimps. Yeah. Thank goodness it was painful watching. Yeah, right. And people told me the same thing with you know who. I was like, I didn't really support. I was kind of, testing the waters. They're like, what are you doing? Okay, so let me see. I don't want to miss anything. I'm still trying to learn how to stay up with chat. With Laurie who says, I'm sick of the craziness on here. I just want us all to get on and work together. I agree with you. I agree. I wish it would happen. I wish it could happen, but I feel like it's never going to because there's a group of individuals that they've never faced consequences. They've been able to talk themselves out of all that, what they're doing is working for them. It's not working for anybody else. And so they're not going to stop until it's no longer working for them. And they have no fear of consequences because they've never faced any. So we have to, we got to rally together, we all have to because they're destroying this entire community. Like, I went through several chats today. I went through live streams and then I went through the comment section. I didn't realize how bad it was. Making sure I didn't miss anything. Checking convictions. Good to see you here. Thanks for stopping in. Yes, very deceiving, which causes disheartenment. Do you use collagen? My skin is not perfect. Thank you for saying that. My skin is far from perfect. I can email you, but I really don't do anything special. I don't go in the sun. I use a lot of sunscreen. I'm half Puerto Rican, so I'm always I just use your basic stuff, girl. I just go up to the Target and get whatever. I ain't buying no. I told everybody I don't do makeup stuff like all them fancy girls do. I can't do that stuff. It's a railroader. Thank you for saying that though. I greatly appreciate it. Very much so appreciate it. She's a dirty lying dirtbag. Tragedy Pimps bringing it all out. She's like, yeah, fuck it. What she said on your live, Avery, was not what she admitted to last night. She's such a liar. I mean, the whole chat was saying that. The entire whole chat was saying that. Avery, did you go to her channel and see if that live stream was from yours? Like, it looks like maybe she, you know, streamed. How crazy is that? You don't do that stuff. It's all like competition right now, and it just doesn't make sense to me. That's right. No time of day, no clicks, no views. Clip channels got it. You can go to every clip channel and get all the bad behavior and not have to sit and listen to Bullhorn Betty, Dolly Vision, Molly, all of them for hours on end just to find out that, yeah, they had another day of being a complete asshole, you know? I mean, it's embarrassing. They say, I was reading some of the news articles from Savannah, and it didn't say Dolly Vision, Bullhorn Betty, Chronicles of Olivia, Molly Go Lightly, Mallory. It didn't say their names. It said YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? YouTubers. I'm like, can't they be more specific? Probably not. They're not going to. YouTubers. They're giving the entire platform a really bad name. And I mean, I can see how that's gonna be effective. This whole platform is gonna fall apart. Hey, Monroe. I'm sorry, I just saw you. Thanks for stopping in. Kimberly K1. Okay, I sent Savage a message and asked her if I could use some of her videos. Avery Tiffany Taboo says that she would like for you to unblock her. I'll put it up there for you. There you go. I ain't going to none of them other channels. I promise you that. Where I'm at now is where I plan to stay. There's some I've, been lurking around in, but them other ones, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. It ain't safe. I mean, look what happened. When I tell you this shit. So, okay, I'm gonna get started because I don't wanna, because I want to be off by 9 for Savage's live because it's effing up Friday, and then I'd like to come back and talk about the AWP stuff I've been collecting. BHB's entire live today was clip-worthy. Oh, God. Did you sit through it for us? Ching! You took one for the team, right? Do y'all know that there was like, I don't know, 15, 20 people this week that I saw asking in chats, like, who was that blowhole Betsy? Who plays that Betsy girl? I was like, ooh. I see him in the chats and stuff when somebody would bring it up. I was like, don't you say nothing mean. Don't she always? I can't stand her. I took notes on BHB's last live, so you didn't have to. Good. 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 Come get you some. She's so stupid. Nobody has ever been able to answer 2 questions about her. How has she ever positively impacted any of the tragedies that she's injected herself into? How has she helped? What has she done to help law enforcement or the case or the family or anything? Nothing. And the other question was, in her life, what has she ever accomplished? Nothing. I mean, I think that's why she stands and screams. She wants us all to think she's like, independent, self-sufficient, like the rest of us are in the world. And she's not. She never has been. She never will be. I mean, that's my opinion. She did say, not today. She did. They say Dolly went to jail, like today. Can you keep him for a while? I hope. That's where he needs to be. All the BS they're putting everybody through. That's right. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, I didn't know till I was watching a live stream the other day about, allegedly her high school ending abruptly or whatever. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about today. Y'all, I was kind of like taken back when I was wanting to see how the community was reacting. I haven't been here for a few days other than, one night. And I thought, by now they have to see, right? They have to see the fuckery that's going on. And so I went to several channels, those that work with Dolly and those that don't work with Dolly and Bullhorn Betty and Molly and all of those people. I wanted to see what the live stream comments were like for content creators that were basically calling them out. And then after the video, I wanted to see what the comment section looked like. And the same thing with their channels. And so I was dumbfounded at the people that have taken the whole situational awareness or like privacy and safety and like shoved it out the back door and said, we're good, we don't need it. So how am I going to start this? Okay. Let's talk first about other social media platforms. If you're someone who has bought that soap, I don't care if it's good soap, if it's bad soap. I don't give a damn. Here's what I want you to think about. A content creator that you do not know, someone on the internet who has perfected the ability to make money off of your emotions or your tragedies or your bad days or whatever. Okay, he's making soap. It's the weirdest shit I've ever heard in my whole life anyway, but all right, Soap King, make your soap. I saw comments that said, check your Facebook Messenger. And then I saw comments that said, do you have Instagram? And I saw a lot of hateful comments. Were like, I ordered over a month ago. Where's my soap? So I almost had a panic attack about this. Number one, if you've given somebody that you do not know on the internet access to your other social media platforms, you're giving them your whole life. Doesn't matter. You're giving them obviously where you live, how many children you have and what their ages are, where your children go to school, where you work, if you have a spouse, where your spouse works, your nieces, nephews, family photos. They have photos of your children. They know where you live. If you've ordered that soap, they know where you live. So, hey, Valerie Ventura, good to see you. So it didn't really dawn on me until this whole thing with like an RSO brother living in the same house, okay? And that's obviously true. I mean, we've all seen the documents and paperwork on it. So let's think about it like this. Whether Dolly's brother goes with him all the time or not, they're not together 24/7. I don't, it looks like, you know, he took the RSO brother on a trip with him down to the location of a missing child that's presumed deceased and stood outside, acted a fool, showed his whole ass, all that crap. Acted a complete raging lunatic. Why would you take your brother, who's an RSO? That don't make any sense to me. But then you had to take him back. This is allegedly. I don't know if that's true or not. But there's times, now that Dolly is a full-time employee of the bulldozer, he's going to be traveling a lot more. They're already talking about all the travels that they're going to do. So that means the brother, who is a registered sex offender, is in the house, has access to the computer and the Wi-Fi where your information is stored at. I heard Pirate say this on Savage's Live. And I thought, oh God, she's right. See, I didn't order the soap. I ain't giving nobody any of my social media, nothing. Nope, no thank you. Pirate's right. So when I'm looking through messages and I see these women, like they're sending them money like all the time. Check your Cash App, check your PayPal, check your Cash App. If you want to give somebody your money, I don't give a shit. I don't care. Give them your last dollar. And then when you run out and they treat you like shit, I guess you'll learn the hard way, because everybody's been putting it out here for months now how bad these people are. So it's up to you to watch and listen. If you don't, you'll kick rocks like everybody else who gets scammed. Only you'll be the dumbass that loses your last dollar banking on them being honest, good people doing honest, good work for the cause. I mean, Molly Golightly says she's loaded, right? Her husband's a banker, international banker. She's got the whatever designer, whatever the stuff that's insignificant to the rest of us grown ass, independent, self-sufficient women. Why does she need your money for everything? Why does she sit for hours at a time? talking about how much money this, how much money that, but then, needs everybody's money. Same thing for Justin. Justice for all. I mean, he pretends to be self-sufficient, loaded. Heard he drove a Tesla down to Tennessee. I don't know if that's true or not, but he sure does like to act like he's completely put together, successful, kind of cushioned. So I don't understand why they're always asking for everybody else's money and why so much of it. When you go on Playboard and you look at it, Savage gonna show it tonight. I heard her say that. It's kind of like, if y'all can't open your eyes, well, it's gonna happen. You're gonna be the ones that tumble and fall. And everybody is trying to prevent that from happening. But this other stuff is scary. This other stuff is very scary. Let me pull up this video for you. This stuff is just absolutely scary. I'm just, people handed a complete stranger on the internet that they've never met their entire life, their schedule, access to their children, everything. And then it's like there's, they don't realize, I don't know if they don't want to realize it. I don't know what it is, but okay, WFLA News. I think I can't remember right now, but I can use a news source, right? I can show a news video and it's not the same as, yeah, checking convictions. This is crazy. This is crazy. And he's gone. So his RSO brother is there with access to everything. And well, let me just show you. There's a Sheriff Grady Judd video because Florida is constantly doing these stings, nailing all kind of people that are doing terrible things. You know what I'm saying? And when you see the names and the ages and how far they travel, it's kind of like, what the hell, man? How are these people? They're not doing, predators are not looking for prey in their own neighborhood, in their own backyard. I mean, some of them probably do, but the majority of them travel. They go farther away. Where the heck did it go? Sorry about this. I should have had it ready. I typed it in wrong. This guy's crap. I can't see the chat right now. I'll be right back with it. Is this one it? Yep. Okay. Let me screen share here. Let me catch up on this. I feel like I suck at this part. Not on purpose. Valerie Ventura. Yeah, I wouldn't buy that soap for nothing. You couldn't give it to me. Nope, never. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard what Pirate said about that soap, but somebody's making it and shipping it. And it ain't Dolly because he's gone for weeks at a time, You climbing in the shower, rubbing that all over yourself. Come on. If you're in this community, you know what touch DNA is, right? Hell no. Take it outside, set it on fire. My test was negative, by the way. I have to go back Monday for another one. Hopefully it's a negative too. Yeah, it's scary. They literally handed everything about their life, their children, their spouse, anybody in their family that their children's friends. I mean, we're so lazy with social media. It's like, we'll post everything. Your work schedule can be found pretty easily. Your children's school can be found very easily. And there's rings. There's like pedophile rings all over being busted all the time. Look up the Delphi case. I mean, somebody in another state. It's not 10 years ago. I mean, y'all could say, nah, that ain't gonna happen. But today, watch the news. Somebody could be sitting in another state and have photos of children and have access to the right person and give them the whereabouts, all the information, and receive, cryptocurrency. It's happening. And people are giving him everything that is needed to find children. And I'm not saying that Dolly's necessarily a bad person. I don't know. But if there's a registered sex offender in his home, your information is in the freaking computer, or it's written down on a notepad, or it's in a shipping label, whatever the hell it is. Okay. And Dolly's not there all the time because he works full time for BHB, right? So who's gonna know if something nefarious is going on? Dolly's not there. I mean, y'all can say that this is far-fetched, but wait till you watch this video. I would never. Mm-mm. There's 2 people on this platform that have access to my Facebook, and I've watched them and been like a part of their channel for a long time. Nope. And I live alone. I'm single, no kids. I live alone. You know what I mean? I have one son. He passed away. I don't have any other children. It's just me. And I'm extra careful. People are not thinking, and I see that Dolly has a way of sweet talking. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what the hell he says or does to make. I don't even want to know. Okay, but I'm not picking up what he's putting down. That's for damn sure. People are. And then it's like, they're handing all this money away. Well, I mean, that's on them. You can't stop people from giving their money away. But we need to yank them back and be like, listen, if you want to give all your money away, that's cool. But do you want to give your children away? Or do you want to leave them vulnerable to any predators? Because this is what's happening. I mean, this is right. I didn't think about it until I was going through all the comments on all the different channels and stuff. And I was like, why would you give somebody you don't know access to that? And listen, I would say that about anybody on this platform. If anybody else, Teesprings is safe. Any other online merch store where you go to a website and you place your order and then it comes in the mail, it's not the same. People that are selling stuff on this platform, they're going to get, if you want to buy it from them. First off, why the fuck are you selling soap on YouTube? Come on. It makes no sense. Go to the damn dollar store down the road. You can get all kind of soap. Probably smells better, lasts longer, ain't got no touch DNA on it. But I don't understand how people can be so lackadaisy with like their personal lives, their children's lives. There was a guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but he left a comment about his wife. He's like, my wife loves them. You order some more. What? Dude, you work all, you know what I mean? He's talking about how he works. They're telling him everything. Everything. And look up the Delphi case and see how absolutely terrible and scary that shit is. Use your freaking heads out here. We got kids coming up missing every day. You don't know people that are out here. You don't know them. And if they're standing outside of someone's house screaming, playing crying babies, the sound of a crying baby, and like a lynch mob looking for blood. I mean, come on. You think they're not good people? They're not doing anything good. If you read how they were brought up, sadly, Excuse me. I don't believe the brother would know how to hack a password, protect a computer. I mean, did you see the video of him and his daughter allegedly? I The dude might not be able to tie his shoes. I don't know none about him, but I bet you he knows how to get in. Maybe he's got his own computer. I mean, nobody knows because he lies about where he stays at. I mean, that came out like today, I think. I think on Benny Keys that came out. He put some old barn address down or some shit. You know what I mean? There's a lot of failures going on right now. Systems are not checking. He's not registering. He scrunches up his face. You know what I mean? So he looks different. Like all of this shit, if it's true, he's not the only one doing it. And if all of that's true, I guarantee you he's got his own freaking computer, iPad, cell phone. These are nothing more than computers with a phone capability. That's all they are. Like it's a computer with the phone capability. Like that's it. It's just scary to think about. I think I'm slightly over paranoid about it because I'm shocked. Yeah, I would never order anything from them. Never. Mm-mm. I don't think. I don't know. See, I'm dumb to this stuff. I don't know if there's a way. If you send a, I don't know. I'm not monetized. I never will be. I have no intention of that. Nope. We talk about death and grief here, and so I mean, I have integrity and morals, and I know right from wrong, and so monetizing a channel like this ever is the equivalent of what they're doing. Only it's worse because Vilomah means, a parent who has lost a child. So it's like luring them here to tell their, no, I would never do that. Never. But I don't know that if you Cash App or PayPal or place an order through Facebook Messenger, I don't know that they can't get all of your payment information. I don't know how that works. Not knowing how it works is scary enough. Would make me not do it. I would not use it. People are so careless out here right now. Very careless. It needs to be on a legitimate website where you can't see addresses, but that would be documenting his income. I don't know what you mean. It would be it would be documenting his. I don't give a damn about that one part. He needs to stop selling soap on YouTube, weirdo. That's weird. It's freaking weird. You know what I'm saying? It's just so weird. It's even weirder people are buying it. I don't get it. I thought it was a joke. Like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I heard stuff about Dolly selling soap. I was like, that's got to be a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Mm. I don't know what. I don't even know. I mean, people are saying today that somebody was asking them when they got their order, and then somebody checked their shipping label, and it was mailed when Dolly was in Georgia. You know, the first time he went down, or the second time that he went down, I think he went down, what, 3 times, 4 times he made a trip back. One of the first 2 times he was in Georgia, and I don't know if it's all of this stuff is allegedly or it is, you know, stated somewhere. It's not verifiable, but it's scary to think about. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about password hacking. I'm just saying if there's no checks and balances, if there's no accountability for his location being, or his registered location being where he's at, um, if that's not happening, then it's like a free for all. I'm not saying it's not happening, but according to what everything was shown today, I mean, it looks like it's not. Okay, put that up there. Caress. I use that too. Caress and Dove. That's about it. They didn't have water or electricity growing up. They aren't the most intelligent of people. Dolly's daughter, keep an eye on it. And Angela D keeps the addresses and orders in line for Dolly. How do you know all this shit? Wait, what are you talking about? I mean, Dolly grew up in the same house, right? He's smart enough to have hella grift going on right now, making buku thousands of dollars a month. Um, they aren't the most intelligent of people. Dolly's daughter can keep an eye on it. What? Who's Angela D? Keeps the addresses in order. I'm so confused right now. Does he have your address? Oh my God. Yeah, I love Crest. Yeah, absolutely. That's all kind of shit up here. I mean, the worse it is, these people want blood and guts. They want the dead, fresh meat, blood, and guts. So they can be like, look, people, look what I got for you. Sell it to the media. I'm so sick of it. That's all they want. And it's not their tragedy. It's not their life. It has no bearing on their life. If somebody did that to me when my son passed away, I would probably be, yeah. It's just wrong on so many levels, and it keeps happening all the time. And then you got Bulldozer sitting on her platform like, oh, I'm gonna sue everybody. Get out. Get out. And I don't care about the money. Tell me I'm jealous about money, and I'll laugh. I'll laugh for an hour. You don't see me live streaming all day on a monetized channel. You don't see that shit. You never will. But there's a lot of people that are doing that. The same ones begging for money all the time. Your money. They need your money to go do these amazing things. Just like Jared with AWP, right? Your money, your donations help put us in the what is it that they fucking say all the time? Because of you, you're the ones that put us in this situation or some shit like that. It's crap. And you hear all the stories about all the money. Sam and his son, Kevin. None. Okay, so I don't want to get heated by reading these comments. I can't do it. Some of them are like, what the hell? Okay, so I want to play this video for you. It's a mood mention. She will keep doing her soap. It's strange. Benny is just now bringing up the shack. It's a mood discussed it last weekend. Would you like me to send link and email for you to? No, I don't want it. I watched it. I'm not saying it's true or not true. I'm saying that led me to go looking through comments and live stream chats. And I was like, what the heck? Like, there's people out here that 100% thoroughly trust him. And they don't even know him. He wasn't honest about his brother living in the same house. And because of that, he's been able to sell soap that he makes in his home. I mean, what? What the fuck? And so when I see so many women in the chats and in the comment sections saying, I sent you my order through Facebook Messenger. Can you check your Cash App? I sent you X amount of dollars, which is crazy. Dolly, why you selling that soap for that much money? You know it ain't worth that shit. Damn grifting fool. I see all of that stuff, all these, and it's like Facebook Messenger, social media platform. So now he knows your real name, everything about you, if you're married, if you're not, how many children you have, where you live, where your kids go to school, if they play sports, where you work at, what shift you work, what you drive. If your kid's 16, I bet you there's a picture of your kid's car in there. I bet you there's a stupid bumper sticker somewhere too that would identify it because you're not careful about ordering soap from some stranger off the internet. You know what I mean? It's frustrating because we turn on the news every single day, and how many children are missing every day? Every day there's Amber Alerts. Every day there's missing children alerts that go out. Women, vulnerable people. It's happening times 100 in 2022. And so, yeah, I'm like, why are they not thinking? The only answer I can come up with is because that stupid ass has somehow gotten them to trust him. I don't know how, but he did. Because I couldn't rationalize. I can't make it make sense in my head, but it's troubling. If you knew, I mean, lay it all out. I'm like, what? Wait, what? They're not thinking about that? Do they not believe that his brother lives in the home? I I don't believe for a second. I don't care. I'm just gonna say it. I don't believe for a second that the brother lives in the house in the same home. Dolly has that set up, live streaming, and the brother doesn't have access to the internet in some fashion. I ain't believing it, not for a second. He can walk right in any room, go through stuff when nobody's home. I mean, people can tell you, oh, it's supervised. We got him on a schedule. We got this, we got that. So and so's here. But you know what? I live my life is worst case scenario. When somebody says, what's the chances of that happening? I'm like, oh my God. Because it happens. Because it happens. Just knowing that people have been careless in who they trust. And a lot of that is Dolly's fault because it's his responsibility to be honest with people. If he's asking people to order from him whatever soap shit he's got, and it's going to be shipped to their house, the responsible thing to do, the right thing to do, the mature adult thing to do would be to just not fucking sell soap on the goddamn YouTubes. But you should tell people, do you have children that live in your home? You know what I mean? I don't know, but he's not doing the right thing. I mean, if you say, just don't sell soap on the freaking YouTube, what are you doing? Collecting all these addresses and shit, selling soap, shipping them out to people's houses. I mean, he's obviously not responsible, right? He's clearly not a responsible human being. And I'm pissed about it. I'm pissed about it because we have kids coming up missing every day. We have women coming up missing every day. We have indigenous. We have an entire community of people that are being preyed upon. We have a huge problem in this country. We have an idiot on a freaking platform like YouTube who has a registered sex offender brother living in his freaking house. And people are believing. Dolly should have been forthcoming about the truth. But he's a liar. He ain't going to do that. Dolly's going to lie, because that's what freaking works for him. So how do we prevent anything from happening to these kids? I'm going to play this video now because I'm going on a rant. I can feel one coming, and I don't want to have an over 10 moment again that'll bite me in the ass for another 6 months. I couldn't believe it. I probably shouldn't have done this today. So aggravating. This is Polk County, Florida. See, I'm so aggravated I can't even talk right now. Sheriff Grady Judd. Here's a press conference. Before I click on it and go full screen, I want you to see the date so that you know that this is recent. September 15th, 2022, Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd is set to provide details on an undercover operation that resulted in the arrest of more than a dozen men accused of trying to have sex with children. The sheriff's office said Judd will speak at 10, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Operation Cyber Guardian 2 at the sheriff's office, at the sheriff's operations center in Winter Haven. According to a release, multiple law enforcement agencies, including the Polk County Sheriff's Office, just wrapped it up just wrapped up, I'm sorry, I can't see tonight, a 2-week undercover investigation to find people who prey upon and travel to meet children for unlawful sexual activities. I don't know about you guys, but I watch every one of these streams that pop up, every flippin' one, because Sheriff Grady Judd has a way of like, no fucks left. He's going to tell you their name, where they work, how old they are, how far they traveled. This is why I got wound up. Because I don't want people traveling to anybody else's home and climbing through their freaking window in the middle of the night to try to snatch up their child. Are you kidding me? So, whoever is to blame for the information, for the trust, I'm gonna call it trust because that's what they think it is, for the establishment of trust between somebody who doesn't deserve it and somebody who, I don't know why they gave it. I'm not gonna care about that. I'm gonna care about this other situation because I watch these and it's freaking happening all over the place, okay? I'm gonna mute now and play this video. Please pay attention.
Say to yourself, why do they have that up here again today? Well, that was only part of the operation. The other part of the operation was Cyber Guardian 2 that went on at the very same time, but we didn't want to overshadow these very evil people with the volume of people we arrested last week. So the reality of it is we arrested 173 people in our fall operation, not just 160. But that wouldn't have been possible except through the help of our police agencies that worked with us. In this particular part of the operation, we were joined by the Auburndale Police Department. We have Chief Andy Ray here today, and he will speak. We also were joined by the Bartow Police Department. Chief Brian Dorman's with us. The Davenport Police Department worked with us, Chief Bill Schrader. The Hernando Sheriff's Office, we have Detective Jack Evans with us. He did a remarkable job, and we appreciate him and Hernando for working with us. We also have our friend Mark Brooknell with us. He is the special agent in charge for FDLE. And quite frankly, when we work these operations, and these folks kind of criminal, most of these folks don't have an arrest record. This they have. Some of this stuff you just can't in a minute. But they were grooming and talking to children. You'll hear in a minute how they were sending not only pornography, but nude photographs of themselves to what they believe to be 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old children. You'll hear about those that traveled and the different jobs that they have. Some of this stuff you just can't believe. But I can tell you that research shows us if we don't keep these people locked up, if we don't keep tabs on them, they're going to offend again. You know what's really scary about this? When you think of this kind of criminal, most of these folks don't have an arrest record. This is not your traditional criminal. This is your evil person that lurks beneath the level of society looking for children. So they're not the kind of guy that robs and steals and burgles. They're the kind of criminal that attacks your children. And that's what they thought they were doing, except our great detectives, who are simply the very best in this business, stopped them. Stop them from getting to your children because we were undercover. So let's talk.
Thank God that we have law enforcement out here that are absolutely doing their best to stay on top of this. In most places, it's just so prevalent and it's going on everywhere. So we have to be careful with who we allow access to our personal private information. And if you're someone who posts photos and locations and you tag this and that and whatever, you cannot let people on the internet who you think are your friends have access to all of your life and your children. You can't do it because you don't truly know them. The same thing goes for having identifying markers on your vehicles. If you have the things on your vehicles that are like, family of 10 or military mom or, railroader wife, you're letting the public know that your husband is gone a lot or your wife is gone a lot, that you live, a lot of time like a single parent. You're, if it's, my honor roll student, you can't put things like that on your vehicles anymore because predators are among us. They're everywhere and they look normal. They blend in. They don't have a blinking light on them. So I'm going to speed this up, but if it gets to the point where it's confusing, can you let me know? And then I'll go back down to normal play. Get 30 minutes. And then I'm going to drop Savage's link and recommend everybody go over there.
Talk about the pictures of some of them, and I'll flip through them rather quickly. But there's
Hey, Mike, thanks for
Luis
coming in.
Velasquez. He's 30. He thought he was talking to a 15-year-old girl. He didn't travel, but his language was graphic. He sent nude photos, and he confessed. Oh, by the way, Chris Henson, do you remember the old series To Catch a Predator? He's doing a new series. So he was with us embedded as well. Now, some of these people lawyered up to us, but every one of them talked to Chris Hansen. We appreciate that. Then there's Michael Hojewski. He's 28. He didn't travel. He just talked nasty to a 14-year-old girl, he thought. He was trying to groom her. He was very graphic. He confessed. Oh, when he's not doing that, he's an independent dock builder. Well, newsflash, Michael, I don't need any docks built in the jail. So you can just be unemployed. Nicholas Jenkins, 27, from Winter Garden. That's right. He traveled. He came from Winter Garden thinking he was approaching a 15-year-old girl. He talked dirty. He confessed to us. But at the end of the day, I want you to understand, you're going to hear about people that traveled great distances to get to what they thought was your little girl. Then there's Neri Banda. He didn't travel, but he talked to a 14-year-old male. He was very graphic. He sent porn pictures. He worked at the Amazon warehouse as an inventory selector, and he confessed. So if your Amazon orders don't get there quite as quick, we got one of the selectors locked up. Then there's Matthew Silva from Melbourne. That's right. He came from the other coast. I'm sorry, he didn't travel. He was talking about coming from the other coast. He talked to two different undercover people, thought they were 14-year-old girls. He sent nude photos. He confessed. Oh, he's a bag boy for Publix, or he was. I bet, but Publix doesn't keep him around anymore. But think about it. The dude that's carrying your groceries to the car is the same one that would like to groom your daughter online or your son. Then there's Andrew Lewis. He came from Orlando. He traveled. He works at Lockheed Martin as an AV tech. And he came all the way here thinking he was going to be with a 14-year-old male. And then there's John Hunter. He's 52 years of age. He was from Davenport. He should know better. He's from Polk County. That's right. He traveled to the undercover location, and he announced to us that he is a mechanic for Budget Auto Parts, and that, I work on your cars. That's a scary thought to us. We're going to modify that somehow. He sent nude photos to this, what he thought was a child, and he was totally excited. And his communication showed that a 14-year-old girl had interest in a 52-year-old man. Newsflash, it wasn't a 14-year-old girl. It was a detective pretending to be 14. And John Hunter won't be working on any cars for a while. Then there was Joshua Cummings. He was from Davenport. These people must have just recently moved to Polk County, or either they normally live under a rock. So he traveled to the undercover location to meet a girl that was 14. He wanted to spank her. He was a subcontractor, by the way, for Whitting, Turner and Company. They build roller coasters, and he was currently building a roller coaster at Disney, but he was not a Disney employee. He's just a deviant. But think about this. These folks are traveling to homes, to parks, to shopping centers, and taking the risk of interacting with someone they don't even know on the outside chance that they've groomed the right person. And then there's Juan Guzman from Hollywood, Florida. He was one of our faithful travelers from the south end of the state. He thought he was going to meet a girl that was 14. He works in maintenance at Memorial West Hospital in Pembroke Pines. He's married. Did you hear me? He's married. So you say to yourself, Self, how did he hide that from his wife? Well, he had a secondary job that he was a painting contractor. So he told his wife that when he got off work at the hospital, he had to go do some painting. Well, we don't need any painting in the county jail, but we did paint him a nice picture in our bookend center online because he spoke very graphically, sent a nude photo of himself. Oh, by the way, we also have an ICE hold on him for the federal government. But the one who gets the prize for traveling the farthest.
Okay, some of these guys look a little scary, but some of these guys could blend right in. I mean, you can't tell the difference. And let me be clear, people in general, we don't hide the good, we hide the bad. So they're not telling anybody. They're doing this online in private. This is September this year, yeah. But the distance that they're traveling to get to these, what they think are children. Oh, I can even say it without freaking out. Here's the last one though. I'm gonna mute and hit.
This is Matthew Bonjean. He's from Hemet, California. He's 46 years of age. Matthew traveled to our undercover operation thinking he was going to be with a 12-year-old girl. He works for Zaim Imaging. He's a field service tech, and he works on radiology equipment. And he was in Orlando for training. And he made the statement to us, it's got to be true. You can't make this stuff up. I thought this moved kind of fast, that we were able to wrap this deal up pretty quick. Man, it was just like a Chris Hansen deal. Surprise. It was a Chris Hansen kind of deal. And then when he saw Chris Hansen, he was a fanboy. He thought, oh my gosh, Chris Hansen. It's nice that he confessed. We appreciate him talking to Chris. Now, the way that deal works, when we embed the media, and you're all invited to come on these operations, as soon as our law enforcement investigation is over and our interviews are over and they're waiting for a ride, a free one-way ride to the county jail, you're free to talk to them if they want to talk to you. And this dude just talked Chris Hansen's ears off. Well, Matthew, I know you were starstruck. You're also jail struck. Then there's John DeSeri. He's 39 from Venice, Florida. He traveled a long way because he thought he was going to be with a 14-year-old girl. Now get this, okay? I want to put you in the moment. You decide that you need a security system for your home or for your business, and you call Hotwire Security Alarm Company. They very well may send John to you. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what he does. He works for a Hotwire Security Alarm Company. Oh, he was also in possession of cocaine and heroin. He sent nude photographs of an adult male that he said was himself. He confessed to us, but he had some bravado. He said, I knew it was a sting. Well, you're a real dummy if you knew it was a sting and you showed up anyway. So the next time you have an alarm company that's working on your alarm or installing your alarm, know who they're sending to your house. How about them eyes? You like those eyes? Can you imagine the guy knocking on your front door and looking like that and going, I'm here to work on your alarm? He needs a stick in the eye, but he doesn't need to be working on your alarm systems. This is crazy. But that's who these people are. They're not twins. They could be, but they're not. Same guy.
This goes on and on and on. Here we go. Let me play from here.
To a guy who's got a huge problem. Now he's got more than one huge problem. Now he's got a huge problem because there's serious criminal charges against him. But these are the people who are online trying to groom your children. And they go to areas where you would find children. They go to gaming sites. They go to social apps that attract young children. And they hang out. Kind of like back in the day, we used to think about the evil people that hung out in public parks. So why do they go there? Because that's where the children are. And they want to be around them. And they want to sexually abuse them. That's why we say clearly and unequivocally, parents, you're the first line of defense. Because online, these evil people can have a lot of charisma, a lot of personality, a lot of energy. They know how to talk kid, and that makes them even more dangerous than their photos appear. With that, first,
Okay,
we'll a lot of us because, and they want to be around them, and they want to sexually abuse them. That's why we say clearly and unequivocally, parents, you're the first line of defense. Because online, these evil people can have a lot of charisma, a lot of personality, a lot of energy. They know how to talk kid, and that makes them even more dangerous than their photos appear. With that, first,
everybody heard that.
we'll
I hope everybody heard that part. I hope everybody heard that part. That part is important. Okay. And I hope people, that's why I got so heated about it. Let's go, Brandon. If you're still here, thanks so much for stopping in. I'll be back on tonight after Savage Lives. And let me grab that. I seen people were talking about, they sent emails. I'll be checking those tonight and tomorrow. I had to take a couple days off and just kind of, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay. I'm going to pin this to the top. Sorry for coughing. I'm trying to get used to talking about my talking for a period of time again. My throat's sore. I pinned that at the top. Yeah. So Savage Live is going to have it's Savage Live Media and the pirate ship or the shipmates. They have some more information to show this evening, if I heard correctly earlier today. So I'm gonna go there, and then about 30 minutes after that live stream, I'm gonna talk about what I found with Adventures with Purpose. That's sick. Mike says, I think some of the guys that make videos of catching child predators on YouTube, I sometimes wonder about them. Don't get me wrong, it's good. It's good though. The sickos go to jail. Yeah, they all should go to jail. They all should go to jail. It's like there's so much more of them than law enforcement. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what's happened, but I feel like over the last 2, 3, 4 years, it's just like an influx of people preying on our children and women. And oh, I know this is really off topic, but my cousin and I are going to do the super glue and baking soda fix it hack. I have not heard of that, but there's a lot. I saw on I was going through TikTok stuff to see what the new trends are, because I noticed TikTok trends are targeted and directed at teenage kids. And yeah, that would be so neat to see. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it's still debatable, allegedly, if rehabilitation works. I mean, who knows? It's very sickening. So, okay. I said earlier, plus, months ago I was doxxed all the hell and back. No big deal. But don't say anything in the chat. Don't put anything in the chat about if you are, if you are not. Hey, Sleuth Mom, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Don't say if you are, if you are not, okay? But some ideas that we came up with a while back that appear to work, but I mean, 2022, we've got predators on every street looking for children or women or anybody that appears to be vulnerable. So, and for me personally, I went up to the Goodwill. Y'all gonna laugh right now. I don't even care. If you're single and you live alone, go to the Goodwill. Find you the biggest pair of men's work boots that you can find. 2 pairs if they have them. Bring them home. Do not clean them. Make them muddier if you can. Set them outside the door by the front door. If they got size 14, get them. Set them by the front door. Put cameras by your front door and your back door windows. You can get them on Amazon now for it's been several months since I looked. Sorry for coughing. The last time I looked, you could get like the battery operated. They even have solar ones. Cord to your phone. There's tons of camera options. They have I read somewhere, oh, this was a long time ago when I was looking at things like this. There were some what do they call them? Nanny cams or something like that. It's like the little globe cameras, and you set them in your windowsill so that they see the front door, and they rotate, they go so far, like motion or whatever. You can buy those, but put cameras outside your door. If you don't have a large dog, record one and put a speaker next to the door, put like a Bluetooth speaker next to the door or something like that. But get you a large dog. It's something to deter. It's just so bad. But for the love of God, don't buy stuff directly from YouTubers or on anyone on any other social media platform. That was my whole message here tonight, was the amount of predators that have blended in with our everyday environments, grocery stores, car repair shops, Disney, every amusement park known, schools. Oh, I think I have time to show you this. This was another one that popped up today. I was like, what the hell? Okay. I'm sorry, let me find it again. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't have COVID, but man. What the heck? Oh, here it is. Okay. This is Project Veritas. Yeah. I didn't want to say that, Avery. I didn't want to say that, but yeah, it's good. It's good for that too, Kimberly K. Absolutely. I thought I got those confused. Kimberly K. Yes. I just didn't want to say that, you know. I don't want to say your name wrong. Hope Secho? Hope Secho? I think I've been silently watching for a while. This world is scary, and I usually fall for things. You've taught me a lot about not telling and trusting your giving here. Absolutely. I mean, I'm glad. I'm glad. My anger was worth it then. I didn't mean to get angry. I'm glad. Before you walk out the door, think about, are you easily identifiable? Do you have your phone in your hand? Do you have your keys in your hand? Make a beeline for your vehicle. Never have your earbuds in or be listening, talking on the phone. You want a situational awareness. Pay attention to what's around you. Go straight to your car. Don't unlock your car before you get to it. If you ever come out of a building and you see something on your window or anything, get in your car and go. If you can go back into the store where you came from, do that. There's so many bullshit games and tactics out here. If you use this search engine on YouTube and you type in, I hate even saying this, if you type in kidnapping on video 2022, it'll blow your mind. That's how brave and bold that these people have gotten. I mean, it used to be unheard of. They do it in the open now. Cameras everywhere. They do it. There's kids that have gotten away, but the attempted kidnappers have not been caught. So, I mean, it is flippin' scary right now. I'm glad. I'm glad. I hope it just blows my mind that we have parents that think that they can trust someone they've actually never met. You know what I mean? Hey, Sunshine 1234, good to see you. Yes, Avery, monitor your child's electronics and media activity. I do for sure. Yeah, I remember those days. I didn't have to deal with that stuff that much, but yeah, Lee Marie, yeah, a couple times. I mean, they're brave. They don't care. You know what I mean? I wanna I wanna play this one for you. This is Project Veritas. Let me drop the link in the chat here. And this was one that just like randomly popped up. And so I watched it. I had never heard of the channel or anything, but I thought, oh my God. So I'm only going to play like a portion of it. So we have a school teacher, Connecticut school director, he's a teacher too, placed on leave after detailing sexual fantasies with minor students. This was posted November 10th. I'm only going to play a portion of this, okay? Trigger warning. If things like this trigger you, you might want to check out now. And I totally understand. Your mental health is important. Don't push the boundaries of your comfort level or any mental health needs, okay? So if this is something that's going to bother you, please, I'm not going to take it personal. No one else is. Go ahead and you know, we'll see you later tonight. But I feel like it's important because when we have people giving their social media identities, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, to somebody that they do not know, and that person has a child or has a sexual predator, a registered sex offender in their home, come on. So this is the teacher, okay? I'm going to get to this part. He's talking to a reporter that's undercover. Okay, I'm just going to play a little bit of this, but I want trigger warning, okay? Hey, Salty C, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Have a good night at work, okay? Or, no, you're going to bed. Hope you get some rest, babe. Hard.
It's very, I mean, literally and figuratively.
I can solve that.
I'm sure they can, but that possibly means me losing my job, my reputation. It's risky. It's way too risky.
That's Iman Rosti. Born and raised in Iran, he is a middle school English teacher at Greens Farms Academy, as well as the 7th grade dean and the director of the private school's writing.
They sit down in front of me. They purposefully sit you somewhere in a class that is completely directed.
Okay. I'm not going to play any more of that. It's so infuriating, though. Here's the link to that video again. If you want to watch all of it, it is interesting because it seems like people that are preying on children don't realize that it's wrong and they blame the children. So this teacher says that he's being flirted with and lured by the students. Come on, man. It's just so crazy. You got people just like, you know, here's my address, my work, where my kids go to school, what grade they're in, their friends. I mean, it's so flippin' insane. Okay. It is 8:55. Savage's live starts in 5 minutes. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. It'd be great to see everybody over there. And about 30 minutes after that, if you would like to have a discussion about Adventures with Purpose, and I'm not talking about Jared and his allegations, I don't want to talk about that. I'm not a true crime channel. I just don't want to talk about that. There's a lot of people talking about that. But what I have clipped and time stamped as far as all this other stuff, money, I mean, we talk about tragedy pimps, right? Tragedy pimps. So I would really like to show you what I have, timelines and the clips of their videos and interviews, especially during the Kylie Rodney case. So I would love to have a conversation about that. And if you're somebody like me who made regular donations to them for a long period of time, I really would like for you to come back. It'll be a hard pill to swallow. It's gonna make you really mad, but I think it's necessary because there's a lot of people that are saying, you know, let's support these guys that are leaving. I have a different opinion. I have a very different opinion after you know, going video from video from video, time stamping everything, and there's a big problem. So I would like for you to come back, especially if you've donated, because we have options. So Salty, I made regular donations to them. I have to listen to that on my way to work tomorrow. Yes, I will send you the link to it in an email if you would like it. If yes, you, and then you know how to get a hold of me, and we can talk about options. I'm so pissed about this. Like, I'm so pissed because we were under the impression that we were donating to an organization that was using it for their work. And it's not what happened. It's not what happened. It appears that that's not what happened. But I guess we'll know. We'll find out when the digging is done by the professionals. So thank you, Mike. I appreciate you very much. I appreciate that very much. All right, let's head over to Savages. We got about 2 minutes. It's gonna be a good one tonight. Her intro is amazing. They like the flags in the chat. Brokenhearted over it all, Salty. I've been off this platform for, other than I went on a panel late last night because Jen wasn't live. Just found her somewhere else, went to give her shit, jumped on the panel. It was a mess. Other than that, I think it's been 3, maybe 4 days. I had to step away. I didn't believe the allegations at first. I didn't, even the paperwork. But when I saw the judge's signature on the indictment, I was like, wow. All right. From that day, I could not stop. My gut turned and twisted. I could not stop. I went back through every video, every interview, and I'm aggravated. I'm aggravated that there's people that on this platform, if you're going to use this as a job or career or an income, you should be background checked. You should have to pass tests, something, you know what I mean? Because this place is filled with bad people that are in one way or another preying on innocent people, or people that, you know, like to help because they are in the position that they can. You know what I mean? We've talked about it. I didn't know that you also had made regular donations, so I'll send you the link in the Discord. Okay. All right, 9 o'clock. Everybody, click that live, and if you want to come back tonight, that'd be awesome. If not, catch it tomorrow. But thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate it so very much. Remember, don't put your social media platforms Don't give them to nobody. Protect your babies like it's your life. Nobody's going to protect your kids like you protect your children, okay? That's what's important. Yeah, it's hard to hear it. Oh, it's so hard to hear it. All right, everybody. I'll see you later tonight or tomorrow. This might take a couple days. I don't know. But let's go have some fun over at Savages. Thanks, everybody, for being here.